So we're joined this morning by Gary Campbell. He is the brother of Andrea Campbell. Now, you may remember her. We've been speaking to her over the past couple of days. So, Gary, first of all, thank you for joining us today. You're about 27 miles from Kingston in Linstead. First, though, I want to ask you, how are you and how is your sister Andrea?
Hi, good morning. Well, I'm okay where I am. We have not had any damage from the storm. Just a few trees that have lost their branches, or a couple that have fallen down completely. Andrea is in Geisel, about 25 kilometers from where I am. I've not heard from her since yesterday. Apparently, the electricity would have been disconnected in that area, as well as the cell phone coverage. But I'm pretty sure that she's okay. The structure that she's in is quite resilient, so I'm not too worried about her. And I'll get through to her later on today or early tomorrow.
Yeah, Gary, hopefully you hear from her soon. We're so relieved to hear that you guys seem to be doing okay and that you're not seeing any major damage to your property. But Gary, what are you hearing about from some of your friends on maybe other parts of the island in terms of the damage that others are seeing, or even some injuries that you might have heard about?
Right, that's the thing. We have not heard of any personal injury to anyone. In fact, the only deaths we have heard of were before the storm hit, where persons were preparing for the storm. They had accidents and 3 persons lost their lives, but we haven't heard of any that is attributable to the storm. I've had contact with a few persons. I'm a pastor, so I check on my members, and I've reached out to a few. I've been able to make contact. No one has had any serious damage or injury. In fact, I've heard of only one person that near the church where I pastor in Geisel that has lost their roof. But it's not a widespread or wide-scale damage that I've been hearing of. Nearby where I am, there is a structure that I really thought the roof would have been gone, but it's still standing. Roof is still intact. So the devastation that we were expecting, not so much here in this part of St. Catherine.
Yeah.
I mean, northwest St. Catherine.
Well, Gary, we are so thankful to hear that you're not seeing a lot of devastation where you are, but we do want to remind our viewers that you are inland as well, and you're not right on that coastline. And hopefully this remains true for others, but that was a very powerful storm, and we will see more as daylight approaches. Gary, thank you so much for joining us, and we do hope that your sister Andrea is doing okay.